Anna woke up before the sun every day. The house was quiet and still. The walls had learned her routine. 5 years had passed since her husband Mark stopped walking. 5 years since doctors said his body would never move again. Anna did not argue with them. She simply stayed. Mark lay in the same bed near the window. Light touched his face each morning. His eyes were open most days. They followed Anna as she moved. He could not speak. He could not lift his hands. His body stayed silent. But Anna always felt that his mind was awake. She washed his face gently. She spoke to him in a calm voice. She told him what day it was. She told him about the sky and the birds outside. She believed words still mattered. She believed hearing still mattered. The doctors came often in the first year. Then they came less. They said the same things again and again. His condition was stable. There was no sign of improvement. They said Anna was strong. They said she should prepare herself. Anna listened and nodded. After they left, she sat beside Mark and held his hand. She never spoke of leaving. She never spoke of giving up. The house became her world. Love became her habit. Patience became her strength. At night, Anna worked as a police dog trainer. It was the only part of her life that still felt active. Her dog Rex had been with her for years. He was trained and calm and alert. He followed commands well. At work he was focused and serious. At home he was quiet but watchful. Rex liked to sit near Mark. He often lay beside the bed. His ears moved at every sound. His eyes stayed sharp. Anna noticed this but did not think much about it at first. Dogs were loyal. Dogs sensed emotions. That was normal. Anna balanced 2 lives. One life was full of silence and care. The other life was full of action and purpose. She was tired most days. But she never complained. She believed love did not need praise. Every morning followed the same pattern. She helped Mark sit up. She fed him slowly. She played soft music. She read to him when time allowed. She spoke about her work. She spoke about Rex. She spoke about hope even when hope felt small. Mark never answered. But sometimes his eyes changed. Sometimes they held something deep. Anna felt it but could not explain it. Neighbors offered help at first. Then they stopped asking. Life moved on for others. Time moved differently in Anna house. One evening Anna returned home late. The air felt heavy. Rex walked ahead of her. As soon as they entered the bedroom, Rex stopped. He stood still and stared at Mark. His body was tense. His tail did not move. Anna placed her bag down. She called Rex softly. He did not turn. He let out a low sound. It was not loud. It was not angry. It was unsure. Anna felt a chill. She walked closer to the bed. Mark looked the same. His breathing was calm. His eyes were open. Nothing seemed wrong. Rex sat beside the bed and leaned forward. He watched Mark face closely. Anna had never seen him do that before. She reached out and touched Mark's hand. It was warm. It felt normal. That night Anna barely slept. Rex stayed near the bed. He did not lie down fully. He watched and listened. Anna told herself she was imagining things. Stress played tricks on the mind. The next day passed quietly. Anna followed her routine. But she kept noticing Rex's behavior. He returned to the same spot near Mark. He watched Mark's eyes. He reacted to small changes that Anna could not see. Anna's heart felt uneasy. But she pushed the feeling aside. Doctors had said everything was clear. Tests had been done. Nothing had changed. Still Anna spoke to Mark more that day. She told him she was tired. She told him she missed hearing his voice. She told him she was still here. Rex lifted his head when Anna spoke. He listened closely. His ears moved with every word. That evening Anna sat beside Mark and held his hand longer than usual. She felt a strange warmth. She felt something she had not felt in years. It was not hope. It was not fear. It was awareness. The house felt less silent. The air felt alert. Anna did not know it yet. But something had already shifted. Something small and quiet had been waiting for years. And one loyal dog had noticed it before anyone else. The next morning began like all the others, but something felt different in the air. Anna woke early and listened to the quiet house. Rex was already awake. He sat near the bedroom door and waited. His posture was straight and alert. He did not move when Anna passed him. He followed her only after she entered Mark's room. Light filled the room slowly. Mark lay still on the bed. His eyes were open. Anna greeted him softly. She told him it was morning. She told him the day would be warm. Her voice was steady, but her heart was restless. Rex walked straight to the bed. He stood close to Mark and lowered his head. He watched Mark's face with deep focus. His ears lifted slightly. Anna noticed his breathing change. It was slow but firm. Anna began her routine. She cleaned Mark's face and hands. She adjusted his pillow. Rex stayed close the entire time. He did not lie down. He did not leave the room. When Anna lifted Mark's hand to clean it, Rex suddenly moved closer. He placed his nose near Mark's fingers. He sniffed gently. Then he pulled back and made a soft sound. Anna stopped. Her hands froze. She looked at Mark's hand. Nothing seemed different. She looked at Rex. His eyes were fixed on the hand. His body was tense. Anna called Rex's name. He did not respond. She felt a strange feeling rise in her chest. It was not fear. It was curiosity mixed with something deeper. She placed Mark's hand back on the bed. Rex watched closely. Then it happened. Mark's fingers moved slightly. It was small. It was quick. It could have been missed easily. Anna's breath caught. Her heart started to race. She leaned closer. She whispered Mark's name. His fingers moved again. Tears filled Anna's eyes. Her hands shook. For 5 years she had waited. For 5 years she had hoped. Now something was happening. Rex barked once. It was short and sharp. He stepped back and looked at Anna as if asking her to see. Anna spoke again. She asked Mark to move his hand. She asked him to blink. Mark's eyes shifted. His blink was slow but clear. Anna felt the world change around her. The room felt alive. The silence broke. She pressed the call button for medical help. Her voice trembled as she spoke. She explained what she saw. The response was calm but unsure. Doctors arrived later that day. They examined Mark carefully. They tested his reflexes. They watched his eyes. Anna stood beside Rex and watched closely. Rex did not relax. He watched every movement. He reacted to small changes. When Mark's eyes moved, Rex leaned forward. When Mark's fingers twitched, Rex lifted his head. The doctors exchanged looks. They were cautious. They said movements could be reflexes. They said not to raise hopes too quickly. Anna listened, but she did not step back. She showed them videos she had recorded earlier. She spoke with quiet strength. She explained Rex's behavior. She explained what she felt. One doctor paused. He watched Mark more carefully. He asked Anna to speak to Mark again. Anna did. Mark's eyes shifted toward her voice. His breathing changed. The room grew quiet. The doctors asked for more tests. They ordered new scans. They asked detailed questions. Rex sat calmly now. His job was not finished, but his message had been delivered. Hours passed slowly. Anna waited in the hallway. Rex sat beside her. She held his collar and whispered thanks. Memories filled her mind. Years of care. Years of silence. Years of doubt. She thought of every word she had spoken to Mark. She wondered if he had heard them all. Finally the doctors returned. Their faces were serious. They spoke carefully. They explained that Mark's condition might not be what they believed. A rare condition could have limited his movement while keeping his mind awake. Signals had been too small to notice before. Anna felt weak. She sat down. Tears rolled down her face. They said more tests were needed. They said treatment could begin. They said progress would be slow. Anna nodded. Slow was fine. Any progress was a miracle. She returned to the room and sat beside Mark. She held his hand. She told him he was not alone. She told him she never left. Mark blinked slowly. His eyes held emotion. A tear rolled down his cheek. Rex rested his head near the bed. He was calm now. His duty had been fulfilled. That night the house felt different. It was no longer just a place of waiting. It was a place of change. Anna stayed awake beside Mark. She watched every breath. She listened to every sound. Hope did not rush in loudly. It entered quietly. Just like Rex had noticed. Just like Anna had waited. The days that followed felt slow but full of meaning. Anna moved through them with care and attention. Every sound, every movement mattered now. The house that once felt silent now felt watchful. Doctors returned with machines and tools. They asked Mark to blink and move fingers. Anna stood close and spoke to him gently. Her voice stayed calm even when her heart raced. Mark responded in small ways. A blink when asked. A finger lift after a pause. These moments were tiny but powerful. Each one felt like a door opening after years of being closed. The doctors explained the condition again. They said Mark's mind had been awake all along. His body simply could not respond clearly. Signals were trapped. His thoughts were never gone. Anna felt a mix of relief and sadness. Relief that Mark was still there. Sadness for all the years lost. But she did not allow regret to grow. She focused on now. Therapy began soon after. A nurse came every morning. Exercises were slow and gentle. Mark grew tired easily. Anna stayed beside him every step. She encouraged him with soft words. She reminded him of progress. She celebrated every small movement. A finger lift. A blink. A slight sound from his throat. Rex watched quietly from the corner. He stayed close but did not interrupt. His eyes followed Mark's movements. His ears caught every change. Anna noticed Rex's behavior change again. He no longer acted restless. He seemed satisfied. Calm had returned to him. One afternoon Mark made a sound. It was weak and rough but clear enough. Anna froze. She leaned closer. He tried again. A breath and a sound shaped like her name. It was broken but real. Anna cried openly. She held his hand tightly. She told him she heard him. She told him she was proud. Doctors noted the progress. They adjusted treatment. They smiled more often now. Hope was no longer a risk. It was present. Weeks passed. Mark gained strength slowly. His eyes followed movement better. His fingers responded more clearly. His breathing improved. Anna spoke to him about the past. She told him stories of their early years. She spoke of trips and laughter. Mark listened. His eyes showed recognition. One day Mark blinked twice when Anna asked a question. It became their signal. One blink for no. Two for yes. Anna asked if he heard her all these years. Two blinks followed. Her chest tightened. She rested her head on his shoulder. She whispered apologies and promises. Mark's fingers moved gently against her hand. Rex stepped closer and placed his head near them. He made a soft sound. Anna smiled through tears. Therapy sessions grew longer. Mark learned to move his arms slightly. His muscles trembled with effort. Anna cheered him on quietly. The house changed with their progress. Medical tools filled the space. Notes were placed on walls. Schedules replaced old routines. Neighbors returned with support. They brought food and kind words. Anna thanked them but stayed focused. At night Anna wrote notes about Mark's progress. She recorded movements and responses. She wanted to remember everything. Sometimes Mark looked at her with deep emotion. His eyes spoke when words failed. Anna understood now that silence never meant absence. One evening Mark managed to form a full word. It was slow and hard. The word was thank you. Anna held his face gently. She told him there was nothing to thank her for. Love had no price. Rex lay nearby. His tail moved slowly. He watched the moment quietly. Doctors called the progress rare but possible. They said time and patience mattered. Anna nodded. She had learned patience long ago. Mark therapy continued daily. Some days were harder. Fatigue and frustration came. Anna stayed strong. She reminded Mark of how far he had come. She reminded him he was not alone. Mark responded with blinks and small sounds. His strength returned slowly but steadily. The past years did not disappear. But they no longer felt heavy. They felt meaningful. Rex remained a steady presence. He slept near Mark's bed at night. His loyalty never wavered. Anna realized something important. Even when science failed to notice, love and instinct remained alert. Mark's journey was far from over. But his voice had returned in pieces. His life was no longer trapped. The house felt alive with purpose. Each day brought effort and hope. And in the quiet moments between therapy and rest Anna knew one thing clearly. Months passed and change became part of daily life. Anna no longer counted days by silence but by progress. Each morning began with purpose and focus. The house felt brighter and warmer. Mark's strength slowly increased. His arms could lift a little. His fingers responded more clearly. His voice grew steadier though still soft. Every word required effort, but he never gave up. Therapy became a shared journey. Anna learned exercises and helped patiently. She guided his movements and encouraged rest. She celebrated effort more than results. Mark's mind was sharp. He remembered everything. He spoke about moments Anna thought were lost. He recalled her stories and her voice during the quiet years. Anna listened with tears and smiles. The truth settled deeply in her heart. Mark had never left. He had been waiting. Doctors visited often now. Their tone changed from doubt to respect. They studied his progress carefully. They admitted signs had been missed. They spoke of lessons learned. Rex became known at the station. Officers spoke of his instincts with admiration. He was no longer just a trained dog. He was a symbol of attention and care. At home Rex remained calm and gentle. He stayed close to Mark during rest. He followed Anna during busy moments. His presence brought comfort. One afternoon Mark sat supported near the window. Sunlight touched his face. He looked outside and smiled. Anna sat beside him quietly. Mark spoke slowly about hope. He said he never stopped believing she would stay. Anna held his hand and replied that love had never been a question. They shared simple conversations. Words did not rush. Meaning mattered more than speed. Mark continued therapy with determination. Some days were harder than others. Muscles ached. Fatigue came. But quitting was never an option. Anna stayed strong even when tired. She rested when needed but never stepped away emotionally. Her patience shaped each day. The house once filled with waiting now filled with motion. Equipment stood where silence once lived. Laughter returned in small moments. Friends visited more often. Conversations felt lighter. Support flowed freely. Anna welcomed it with gratitude. Mark spoke of gratitude too. He thanked Anna often. She reminded him again that love was not measured by thanks. One evening Mark stood with support for the first time. His legs trembled. His breath was deep and careful. Anna stood close. Rex watched intently. His body stayed still. His eyes followed each movement. Mark stood only for seconds. But those seconds held years of meaning. Anna hugged him gently. Tears fell freely. Hope stood tall in that moment. Doctors called it remarkable. Anna called it earned. As weeks passed, Mark's steps grew steadier. His speech improved slowly. His confidence returned piece by piece. The past years no longer felt empty. They felt like proof of strength. Anna learned something important through it all. Not every truth shows itself quickly. Some truths wait quietly to be noticed. Rex's instincts had spoken when others did not listen. Attention had changed everything. Life moved forward again. Slowly and carefully, but forward. One evening Anna sat with Mark and Rex on the floor. They watched the sun fade. Peace settled gently. Mark looked at Anna and spoke clearly. He said he was home. Anna smiled and replied that he always had been. The journey had changed them both. But love had carried them through. The house held warmth and sound. Silence no longer ruled. And in that quiet moment of contentment, Anna knew the truth fully. Some miracles arrive softly. But they change everything.